Hello and welcome back to the season 4 transfer special of Saving United. Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to Saving United, where we've finished season 3. We finished second in our third season, and we only won the Carabao Cup, the only trophy we won in 3 seasons at Manchester United. So it's time for a big transfer window, I think. Um, we've already got some players joining. So we've already got the likes of Harry Kane, Ezri Konsa, Scalvini, Kevin Schade, Malik Fofana, Nico Paz, all joining on frees. But we have also made a couple of bids since you were last here. The first one for Gregor Kobel, the Swiss goalkeeper from Dortmund, who, you know, those of you who have been watching this series know I'm not a fan of our goalkeeper situation, and I'm hoping that Kobel will be the man that can fix that for us. And also for highly rated youngster Chris Rigg. We're going up against Milan for him. He's only 20 years old, but he's having a cracking time of it at Sunderland on this save. And I kind of think that he'd be the perfect kind of Man United player. I see him playing on the right, cutting in on his left, and even helping out in the midfield if we need it. So we have got a couple of bids in. Let's have a little look, and we'll bring you back if any transfer dealings happen. As well as looking at players coming in, we have to think about players that might potentially leave the football club. Casemiro is going to be retiring, and we are not going to give a new contract to Godwill Kukonki, who played one league game at the end of the season, but he's clearly not up to the mark. Everybody else kind of got a decent amount of football. There's a few youngsters, the likes of Wheatley, Amas, Fitzgerald, Fletcher, even that we might potentially look at either loaning out or moving on. I mean, Harry Amas, 21 now, hasn't broken into the first team, and he's not really anywhere near breaking in. I think there's a couple of players ahead of him. Ethan Wheatley played a decent amount of football, scoring one goal, but he is 22 now, has his ship sailed. Jack Fletcher, 21 now, looks very good for 21, but he just hasn't really performed when he's been given the chance. 8 starts, he's only got a 6.75. Jace Fitzgerald is one that, I don't know, I like him and he's played well, but he is behind the likes of Onana, the likes of Toby Collier, so he might be one that we might try and cash in on. And also, we've got to think about players at the other end of the spectrum in terms of their age. Bruno Fernandes, 33 years old, still played 51 games, started 51 games, 16 goals. When do we look at cashing in on him? The Kobel transfer bid has been rejected by Dortmund. We did bid £8.25 million for him. He's only valued at 4.9, and he is 30. We have to remember that he's probably only got 3 good years left in him. I'm going to go for one more bid of £9.5 million, and then maybe we'll look at some other options because we really do need another goalkeeper, and I was kind of hanging my hopes on him really. No, they've rejected £9.5 million for Gregor Kobel, so we're going to have to look at some other options. If we look at goalkeepers that are interested in joining the club, there's some decent names on here. I'll be honest, I'm not blown away. Petrovic is someone I also thought about, 28 years old. You got Mads Hermansen from West Ham. I don't know. He's conceded 50 goals in the league last season. I don't know if he's the answer. Anthony Patterson, if we wanted an English goalkeeper, is he a big enough name for us? We need to sort this situation out, because for me, Lamans and the other guy they're just not up to it. Vitek, the other guy, they're just not up to it for me. Robin Roofs is an interesting one. I did a Sunderland rebuild and he was very, very good. Do we maybe go in for Robin Roofs? Let's start off at £4 million for Robin Roofs. Okay, completely non-transfer related news first. How good is it that Leicester have just appointed Jamie Vardy, of all people, as their manager? He was Coventry manager and Port Vale manager. He's having a good managerial career here. Yeah, so he retired at Cremonese and then went pretty much straight into management at Port Vale. Then he went to Coventry, and now he is manager of Leicester. who have they just been promoted? They have through the playoffs, so he's going to be in the Premier League. That's going to be interesting. A Jamie Vardy left aside, but in some more transfer related news, we have had an offer accepted for Chris Rigg, as have Milan. So we're going to have to be a bit clever here. Using a rotation system, yeah, I think we could go with that. He wants the full 55 million. Milan, I'm guessing, will offer him 55 grand as well. That we maybe just chuck him an extra £1 million signing on fee. He's got a bonus, maybe a goal bonus as well. Why not? Let's try that and hope that we outbid Milan. And then, as you can see, some of the free transfers that we were signing are starting to come through. Harry Kane is now officially a Manchester United player. Very excited about this one. Just adds to the list of strikers that we have got in terms of JJ Gabriel, Endrick, Rashford, and now Harry Kane. We haven't had an amazing time of things at Man United. We've only won one League Cup in 3 seasons. This is going to be the season it changes. I'm going to guarantee that now. We're going to win more trophies this year. And it's down to the likes of Harry Kane, Ezri Konsa, Scalvini coming into the club and really giving us proper depth to this squad to enable us to be able to go and fight in Europe and in the league, domestic cups. I mean, yeah, he's still England captain, Harry Kane. What a signing. And we make our first signing for money in this transfer window, and it is Chris Rigg from Sunderland, 9.75 million. We made the decision to swap to wingers from the Diamond last season and just panic buy Raheem Sterling. Now we've got a proper winger here. We still need to bring in a couple more. I think we've got Fofana coming in. Where is Chris Rigg? Have they just put? Don't tell me they've put him in the reserves. No, they haven't. So yeah, you can see that we've only really got Raheem Sterling, maybe Rashford and JJ Gabriel that can play on the wings. Now we're signing proper wingers. Maybe it means that we can move on the likes of Rashford and Sterling. Who knows? The fans seem to be pretty happy with the transfer business so far. Let me know in the comments. How do you think I'm doing? They were celebrating Kane. They're now celebrating Rigg. I mean, it feels like we're building a proper squad. He's got an England cap as well in the last year, which is great. And believe it or not, the 2 lads that we've just brought in are the 2 Man United players that are in the England squad. So we're doing something right, I think. So JJ Gabriel has been voted the United Fans Player of the Year, and I mean, who else? Of course he has. 54 starts, 45 goals. And I mean, he's probably gutted that we've gone and signed Harry Kane, if I'm honest, because he's only 17. But yeah, I've got a real dilemma now at striker: Endrick, Kane, JJ Gabriel. It's a lovely dilemma to have, but it's going to give me a headache, I think. Okay, the board have laid out their expectations, and they want us to mount a serious championship challenge. We fell short last year of what I would call a serious championship challenge. And oh my word, they've backed us. They have backed us, and 40 million might not seem like a lot of money in this day and age, but we are playing Championship Manager 0102. So, for context, the most expensive player on the game right now is Saka for £25 million. Let's have a look. Who is interested in signing for United? I'm all excited now. Look at me, I'm giddy. This is the most amount of money I've ever been given on this game. Nicholas Jackson. Oh God. Well, we're not looking at strikers, so we can discount Nicholas Jackson and Agahawa, although I couldn't. Oh, no, I shouldn't. We've got players. We've got players up front. We've got £56 million in the bank as well, so we're in a really strong position. I think it's time to start building a squad. Sunderland are going to play hardball. They want to negotiate £5 million for Robin Roofs. I think we bid 4, didn't we? So, I mean, yeah, I really do rate this guy as a goalkeeper, so I'm happy to accept that. He doesn't concede too many. I mean, look at him the season before last. He's conceded 20 and 21 in the league. That's pretty good by my standards. So we'd be happy to have him on board if we can negotiate with him. So the question I'm asking now is how much uproar would it cause if we did this and tried to sign Trent? Guess we'll find out. So we've had the offer accepted for Robin Roofs, and we're now negotiating with him. I mean, I'm seeing him as my first choice goalkeeper if he signs. I noticed Blackburn from the Championship also put in a bid for him, but surely he's going to choose us over them. It's also free transfer day, which, you know, it might not be the worst idea in the world for us to have a little look at and see who is currently without a club. There's going to be a good few pages of these guys. Dan Ballard from Sunderland. I'm not going to sign him because we've got two centre halves coming in already, but are we just raiding Sunderland at this point? Who wants Dan Ballard? Brentford. Yeah, I don't think I could sign Dan Ballard. But yeah, there's lots of players here. Are there any names here that we know? Not so far. I mean, I know Ryan Johnson. He used to play for Stevenage, my hometown club. There he is. But he's obviously he's not Manchester United standard. Although I do seem to remember him getting linked with Manchester United or going on trial with Manchester United. Google it. Ryan Johnson from Stevenage on trial with Manchester United. I'm sure that happened while he was at Stevenage. They had a look at him. Jamie Reid also at Stevenage. There we go. I tell you what, Mateus Franca. Is this the guy? Is this the guy from Palace? It is. And he's putting up numbers for Palace. He's actually a decent winger, isn't he? I mean, on a free transfer, squad rotation, he's interested. He is interested. We could get him in on a free. We've hit the 1st of July, so the other players that we were signing on a free are starting to filter through. Scalvini being one of them can play in midfield as well as centre-back, and it looks like he'd be a decent midfielder, to be fair. That's a really, really good signing on a free. Nico Paz, 23 years old. He is the Bruno Fernandes replacement whenever we decide to move on. It could be this window. Could still be this window. Malik Fofana came in because we needed wingers and he was available on a free and decent. He looks decent. I was getting loads of messages though. Loads of news articles about this guy saying that he was basically downing tools at Lyon, which I wasn't too impressed with once our once the transfer to us had gone through. We've also got Kevin Schade from Brentford, played 20 times in the league, did okay. Now I'm seeing the money we've got available. I'm not so sure this was a great transfer, you know, but we'll live and die by it. And we've also been given 100 grand as part of a Xerxes transfer fee. That's interesting. Konza's come in as well. Can play right back, can play centre back. I'm kind of leaning towards playing him at right back, I'll be honest. Just because, I mean, we'll have a look at the squad in a second, but we're absolutely stacked at centre back now, which is great. It's really, really good. Yeah, they're delighted. The board is still delighted. That's good. That is good. Now, what do I do here? What do I do here? Because I'm just saying about playing Konza at right back, forgetting that I've got this bit in here. What does Trent want to sign for Man United? I mean, we're meeting everything that he wants. 29 years old. Can I sign Trent? Honestly, Man United fans, let me know in the comments. Can I sign Trent Alexander-Arnold? 29 years old. He's been away from Liverpool for what? 3 seasons. He had 3 very, very good seasons by the looks of it. 16 assists last year. Can I do that? Can I sign Trent? Oh, God. Oh, God. £15 million for Trent Alexander-Arnold. We've done it. We've done it. Oh, this is controversial. Liverpool I don't know. Is it controversial? Is he a Liverpool legend? He was there for a while. Left pretty with a bit of a cloud, shall we say, for Real Madrid, and now he's joining Liverpool's biggest rivals. It's controversial. Right, we've got loads and loads of players coming in now. We've got a massive squad. We need to start looking at players that we need to probably move on. And when I say move on, I'm probably thinking moving on permanently. Ethan Wheatley, I've got no issue putting him on the transfer list. We wanted to have players from the youth set up in and around the squad. We've kind of got that with the likes of JJ Gabriel. We brought back McTominay, Fitzgerald, Collier. We've got players from the youth set up in and around the squad. So I don't feel too bad losing Ethan Wheatley. Chido Obi is a player that's never really let me down, but he's just dropped so far down the pecking order. But he is 20. He is 20. And I mean, Harry Kane's not going to last forever. So maybe we put Chido Obi on the loan list. Let's move into the reserves just so we can see what we're doing. The next one I want to think about is Jack Fletcher. He's just not really taking his opportunities so far. And at the age of 21, I do think his Man United career is probably over. Bruno Fernandes, 33, but just outstanding. And we got Nico Paz now, who I'm going to have to give game time to. We've got Enzo Fernandez, who I need to give game time to. Has Fernandez got one more year in him? Listen, when's his contract roll out? End of this season. Do I want to give Bruno Fernandes a new contract? I don't think I do. I think we have to float him on the transfer list. Is that a mistake? Have I just made a massive error? I don't know. Raheem Sterling's one that I think needs to move on now. We signed him for 3 million, and he did all right, but he's 33, and we've got young wingers coming through now. Sade, Rig, Fofana. We can probably keep hold of Rashford for now. Then we're back into sort of that midfield. Kobbie Mainoo. What do we do with you? You played 25 times last season. Started 25 games. And we got Gallagher. I mean, it could... I think it's time to say goodbye to Gallagher, if I'm honest. Probably... I'd keep McTominay for one more year, perhaps. But Gallagher, I think, is going to go. And then that leaves me another season to work out what to do with Mainoo. Fitzgerald, he's just kind of hanging around. Does he need a move for his career? He has done well. What would that leave me with midfielder wise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Seven's a lot of midfielders. I'm gonna hold fire on Jace Fitzgerald for now. Kokoni, I mean, his contract's up. He's just not leaving. He just keeps coming back every day. So he's gone on a free. Left back, we've got a lot of left backs. Harry Amas hasn't broken through, hasn't taken his opportunity. He is on the transfer list. Mazraoui is now on the transfer list because of the arrival of Trent. We have got Brian Austin as well, a young right back I want to try and develop. And with Pubil being 25, Trent being 29, I think we could probably loan list Brian Austin for a season. Just for a season. And then we'll assess that right back situation again at the end of next year. Um, yeah, left back's difficult because we've got Dorgu, who played very well last season. We've got Diego Leon, who did okay with limited game time. Again, he's young though. I'm wondering, do we put him up for loan? I'm wondering if we do put him up for loan. I think that's what we're going to do. And then we've got Teo Hernandez. Where is Teo Hernandez? There he is. Who is 30. So that could be good timing. He goes out on loan. Fernandez gets another year. And then he comes back, and then we'll assess the Hernandez situation. Kokoni can move to the reserves. Goalkeepers, when we sign a new goalkeeper, we will put Lammers on the transfer list. I don't want to do that just yet in case we don't get another goalkeeper. Then centre back, we've got Konza, McConville, Scalvini, Yoro, Delit. Heaven is 21, obvious candidate for a loan, which leaves me Konza, McConville, Scalvini, Yoro, Delit. 5 centre backs. That's a lot of centre backs. What is it? 4+1. Considering Scalvini could also be deployed in midfield. I think I'm fairly happy with that. I'm fairly happy with the decisions I made. We're going to try and move some players on, and then, depending on who else is available, we might get rid of some more. Good news, another player through the door. Robin Roos is joining us, and he will be my number 1 goalkeeper. So we will do what we spoke about literally a few minutes ago and put Lammens up for transfer. And Robin Roos will join us as our number 1 keeper. I mean, how is this for a squad? I'm kind of putting together in my head what I think my best 11 is right now. Robin Roos, Hernandez, Scalvini, Yoro, Trent, Onana holding next to Enzo Fernandez and Nico Paz. Obviously, that's a flip of a coin between him and Bruno, although we have transfer listed Bruno. JJ Gabriel on the left, which is kind of just making room for Kane, really, because Gabriel did score 40-odd goals last season from the striking position. Chris Rigg on the right and Kane up front. I mean, for me, that's a pretty solid 11. And then the depth is something that we just haven't had recently, or since the start of the save, really. We kind of got that now with the likes of Hendricks not getting a look in, Bruno Fernandes, Malik Fofana. There's so many players here that just aren't getting a look in, but still will play a lot of football. Delit, Dorgu, Konza, Pubil. I'm very, very happy with this squad at the moment. If we were to look at signing some more players, maybe another winger, I don't know. We have got Mateus Franca potentially on the way. We have given new deals to Aidan Heaven and to Chido Obi. We put them up for loans, but we want to keep them around for the future. So we have signed them up to longer term deals for another sort of 4 or 5 years. I just feel like they're the kind of players that aren't quite ready yet, could be squad players in the future and have that United DNA going through them. So it'll be silly to try and sell them off or let them go on a free, I think. Mateus Franca has his work permit. So he is going to be a Manchester United player, another player we brought in on a free, another winger. I'm kind of feeling like we're there or thereabouts with this squad right now. Okay, so we're kind of getting towards the end of this episode now. I think it's probably a good time to leave it here. There's not a lot going on in the transfer market. I'm happy with the squad. I'm still trying to offload some players, you can see here with the likes of Sterling. But we're, 2 weeks away from the start of the season. So I think we're going to end it here for this episode and bring you back at the start of the season, and we'll update you then if we manage to shift any players. Thank you so much for watching this transfer special of Saving United. We've got a good squad ahead of season 4. Let me know in the comments a prediction now. Where do you think we're going to finish, and are we going to win any trophies? If so, which one? Let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed it, please do remember to like and subscribe. And until I see you again, take care.